What town is the town state? This is George.
Buy a duck.
She brought her duck to the store, walked into the store on the late shot.
But was the duck wearing a mask?
It's probably a therapy duck.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm thinking.
It's a companion. It was strange.
Interesting, you plug that in.
Huh?
You plug that in.
Yeah, I did.
You start.
All right. 7 o'clock?
Yep.
All right. We'll call the planning commission meeting to order. Audience participation. Let's see, old business, we don't have any. New business. First item, lot line reconfiguration, number 40 Halley Lane and 42 Halley Lane, owned by Amy L. Easton. Are you here to speak on that?
It's the pause when it goes up to the satellite.
No, no.
You good, Jeff? Yeah. Okay. Good evening. J.R. Sri here, J.R. Rousseau and Associates, representing Amy Eastman, Attorney Parks, Attorney Merriam also here with us this evening. And this application is for a lot line reconfiguration. Two parcels owned by Amy Eastman, one's known as 40 Halley Lane, the other one 42. So I've kind of done a little highlighting here, and hopefully it'll make it a little easy for you, but this is Halley Lane, this is the cul-de-sac that's located here down at the bottom of the plan. And the area that I've got outlined here in pink is the existing house and driveway and so forth, pool, house lot, and it's about just over 5 acres in size, and that's known as 40 Halley. 42, I've kind of got outlined here in blue, and it's a fairly large parcel. Comes all the way around, back around, and there's a common property line right here between the two parcels. And the total acreage of that parcel is a little over 40 acres in size. And what the Eastmans want to do is add some acreage to this, and that happens to be this area that's right here. This section of 42 will be added to 40 and give us a new lot area of just over 9 acres total in size, which would become 40 Halley Lane. The remaining acreage of 42 is now just over 32 acres in size. So there's no changes in terms of street frontage or zoning setbacks or anything of that nature. This parcel gets a little larger. This one gets a little bit smaller. Typically, Steve Jacobs, if there were a septic leach field or something involved on this parcel, might be concerned because we're taking land away, but there's no improvements on it. There's no buildings, there's no houses, there's no leach fields, there's no wells. There's a little shed that's located right here, but other than that, there are really no improvements on this particular piece. So it's a simple matter of taking some acreage from 42, adding it to 40, creating a new lot, which is this total crosshatched area here, which is just a little bit over, I think, 9 acres total in size. So that's really what the application is about. I think Chuck's probably reviewed it. I'm not sure whether Steve has or not. I would guess he's probably taken a look at it, but it's pretty simple and probably one of the less complicated lot line reconfigurations you've seen, because typically we are involved in smaller parcels where you have wells and septic systems and houses and setbacks and minimum lot sizes and so forth, but there really isn't any of that here. It's really pretty simple. Any questions?
Steve Jacobs did look at it before he went on vacation, but he didn't have the plan to sign it, so he's all set with it. There's no septic systems or wells up in that area.
Any questions of the commissioners? Seeing none, do I have, seeing one, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the lot line reconfiguration for 40 Hadley Lane and 42 Hadley Lane owned by Amy L. Eastman.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Second item in new business, zoning referral for Amy Easton, 40 Hadley Lane, Somers, Connecticut. Zone change for residential, A zone to residential, A1 zone of a portion of conjoined land at 42 Hadley Lane.
Okay, again, J.R. Russo and Associates here representing Amy Eastman. And this is an application for a zone change to change a portion of the combined parcel of 40 and 42 Hadley, to change the zone so that we've got a contiguous A1 zone that would include this new crosshatched area that's here, which is a little over 5 acres in size, that would also become A1 zone. It's currently zoned A. The existing zone line is right here, and we'd like to take and add 5.5 acres of the A1 zone into this particular area. So it would start at this location where we have the coincident zone line and property line, run up here to the rear property line, run across, run along the neighbor's property line here, and then back down to the back line of what was the original lot line of number 40. So again, it's 5.5 acres in size, and we'd be going from A zone to A1 zone. Still residential zoning requirements, doesn't create any nonconformities or anything of that nature, just a simple change in the residential zoning designation.
I don't agree with you there. I look at this as spot zoning. Now, whether the other commissioners feel the same way, that's up to them, but
I don't agree with that, where we have a zone that's contiguous. When I see a spot zone, it's a zone that's an island. This is not an island.
well,
It's contiguous.
the next neighbor next to you that has an A zone comes in and says, geez, you did it for them, I want part of my land A1, so I can do something different. So, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, I
So-
don't agree.
Well, I don't expect you would, Jay. I really don't.
Well, it's just
But
my opinion.
it's up to
Like I
the
said,
commissioners, the other commissioners, how they feel, but I feel this is spot
To
zone.
me, a spot zone is an island of a single zone that's surrounded by some other zone by itself. That's what we would consider a spot zone.
You can determine it your way, I'm determining it this way, and that's my determination. So it's up to the other commissioners how they vote. It's their input also, but that's my input right now. I look at that as spot zoning. Then I'm opening a can of worms that I'm allowing somebody else to take an A zone, change to A1. Somebody else is gonna come before this commission, maybe not tomorrow, maybe 3 weeks down the road, maybe 2 months down the road, maybe 10 years. But if I do it for one, I have to do it for all. And I just feel this is I look at this as spot zoning. Now, how the other commissioners feel, that's up to them.
But isn't that the zoning commission's choice?
It is, but we do a recommendation to them. So it's up to them. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
they're gonna do what they want.
Because, I mean,
We have a referral to them.
just in terms of the planning part, let's just back into that for a minute. Is there like a planning issue? Because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have this same discussion when we're back there, which I think is September 1.
Mhm.
You know, as to, because I think they're the boss of the zoning aspect of it, but I think what they want from this board is, and you can certainly pass that along and say, you know, planning wise, I feel, you know, let's say that it's not a big deal, but, you know, footnote.
Well, as far as planning, John, no, it doesn't, because planning we just gave you. You asked for moving your lot line. That is what planning does.
But I think you can.
But they want a referral from us.
Right.
My
I think-
referral would be, I feel, is spot zoning.
Right, and I think,
And that's my opinion, that's my point. And how
Okay.
the other commissioners want to send a referral back to zoning is up to them. I'm just making my statement that.
yeah, no, I think you're, as a board, you're supposed to give your, impression to the zoning
Right.
commission, which.
I mean, we're two entities, we're two separate boards, but we are somewhat combined that we do work together
No,
on planning and zoning,
Well,
so.
that's why we're here.
Okay.
And,
So I guess I'd ask the input of the other commissioners with how they feel, or whether I have a motion that they want to approve it, or send a recommendation back, any different way.
Well, I look at it and it looks like they're threading a needle here to me, in that you have these two different zone parcels. They've moved the boundary line for one, and now they're trying to bring in that other zone to the parcel. And I mean, I can see why they're doing it. I don't know that I would agree that it's spot zoning, because it's just the circumstances that are here, in this particular case. But if somebody was asking me to take like a zoning business zone or something and switch it back to an A or an A1 where there's nothing else around it, then I would have an issue with that. So, I was thinking about it when I saw the plans and saw something going. As I say, I think it's just a case of there are already like zones around there and like lots, so he's just moving and then reclaiming it. I mean, I can see why they're doing it. So. Thoughts, Adam?
I think I generally agree with Cliff.
All right, so do I have a referral back to zoning?
I'll make the referral back to zoning for the Amy Easton, number 40 Hallie Lane, Summers, Connecticut. The zone change residential A zone to a residential A-1 zone for a portion to conjoined parcel at 42 Hallie Lane, with the referral from the planning commission, but to also take a look at it as a spot zone, to be concerned with that, but that we would send back the recommendation for the allowance of this, in this case.
What do you want me to put down as a negative, positive referral, or just that what you just said?
I think just take a look at it as a spot zone, but we're in favor of this particular one.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 3, zoning referral for Amy Easton, 40 Hallie Lane, Summers, Connecticut, pursuant to Article 12, first removal and filling. The applicant is seeking a special use permit to undertake excavation, removal, and filling of approximately 9,650 cubic yards, and removal of that material to the budding conjoined parcel at 42 Hallie Lane.
So question, so like in a gravel pit, like let's say we were, before the zoning commission in gravel pit, do they customarily refer that to the planning too?
Everything,
Correct.
everything in zoning is referred to planning.
Okay, just a question, I'm not,
Then
Why, but everything.
Yeah, then it goes back to zoning for the public hearing and,
okay,
Refer to planning and schedule a public hearing, everything you get.
okay.
Again, Jay Ursary, J.R. Russo and Associates here representing Amy Eastman. And this is an application for removal of some rock ledge material and moving it within the property itself and placing it in a different location on the property. And you have seen a portion of this before, which was associated with 40 Hallie, which is here, and an area here that we were going to remove. And you did refer that to zoning, I think with a positive referral. If we are able to move forward with our zone change and reconfiguration, which it looks like we're headed in that direction, that would allow us to remove the remaining of the ledge that's in this area right here and move it to the back of the rezoned parcel. So this is an overall plan that again kind of shows you the entire two properties here. And with Hallie Lane being at the bottom. So if we go to a 40 scale and look at it at a little different scale, this is the number 40, which again, you've already looked at, and we looked at this area here, which is in the A1 zone, and now we're looking at the rear, what we're hopeful to be the newly rezoned A1 zone, and that new 5.5 acres that we just talked about. And there's a small amount of material that's located here. It's about 1,500 yards, I believe, that's within this newly zoned A1 that we would like to take all of this and move it to the rear over here, remember, in this area, and relocate it. There's no material that's going to leave the property at all. It's not going to go out onto the road. It's not going to be sold. It's just a matter of creating this into a flat area, which will be lawn located right behind the house, and moving the ledge and the rock that's currently here to the back, and recreating it and piling it. It's fairly straightforward. Again, I know you've all seen it before. We've talked about it before. I know you're familiar with it, so I'm not going to belabor it with a whole lot of detail, but again, it's fairly simple. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
I think you have looked at both of these parcels before,
We have.
Mm-hmm.
and I think you said that 40, or the house parcel was okay.
Correct. We approved the
Correct.
42. The 40 was
I think you said it was
the other way around.
Yeah, we approved the one where it was permitted, and
Right.
we did not on the one where it was not permitted.
Right, and just for review, so I was here at that hearing, and sort of the flashpoint was that we got an opinion from the town attorney as to what's allowed in an A zone and what's allowed in an A1 zone, and because the line basically fell in the middle of the area being excavated, I think I got a mixed referral. I think I got a positive on the house and a negative on the back, is my recollection. That was maybe February.
It was a while ago.
Pre-COVID.
I don't remember exactly.
Pre-COVID.
So now you're basically asking for the same thing.
We're asking you for the same thing now that we
Got the zone,
are going in with a zone change where we have a compatible
right, so
zone.
be in the,
It meets the
A1
regulation.
now.
Exactly. Other than that, it's exactly the same thing.
All right. Any other questions from the commissioners? Do I have a referral? And I would say that it has to be contingent upon item 2 being approved.
So I'll make a recommendation to zoning for the referral of the Amy Easton, number 40 Hallie Lane, Somers, Connecticut. Pursuant to Article 12, earth removal and filling, the applicant is seeking a special use permit to undertake the excavation, removal, and filling of approximately 9,650 cubic yards and removal of that material to the abutting cojoined parcel at 42 Hallie Lane. And we would make the recommendation favorably upon the condition of the zoning change happening.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Right.
Motion carries. Referral
Thank you.
carries. Anything for staff or
No?
minutes approval? On July 9th?
This you or six?
No, that's
That was here.
Make a motion to approve the minutes?
It was up on the page.
Okay.
Oh, wait, Adam, is Adam here?
I was
'Cause-
not here. I was gonna make a motion to table.
Oh, all right, yeah, let's do that, because I don't think we have enough if he abstains.
Okay.
Adam said
Table?
table it.
Yeah, motion to table the next meeting.
Yeah.
Second?
First, second?
Second?
Yes, second.
A motion to table the minutes, adjournment?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
We're adjourned.